lipo njiani linakuja.
We have come from very far as a nation. We stand here today as a robust democracy, a nation that is making strides in our national development. And I want to speak to you candidly. I don't have a written statement because I really wanted to speak to you from my heart. Because where I stand today, I've had a political journey as a person. And by God's grace, I have come very far. You know, out of the 5 people who have become presidents in Kenya, I am one of them. I don't take it for granted, and I don't take it lightly that God has given me an opportunity to be one of the 5 Kenyans who have had the opportunity to lead this country. And I must say this to us as leaders, that a nation, the progress, the destiny of a nation is decided by leaders. As to whether we are going to be a progressive nation or we are going to be a failed state is going to be determined by leaders, by us, the people who are sitting here. And therefore, the place of leadership is almost sacred. Nobody becomes a leader by chance or by default or by mistake. Today, you are a member of parliament or a senator or a governor or the position I hold and all the other positions that we hold because God and destiny has given us that chance. And we must think about it deeply. And so I want to ask you as leaders, the Honorable Prime Minister has given us a history of countries. I will add to that list 2 countries. Singapore and Kenya were the same countries 60 years ago. Malaysia and Kenya were the same 60 years ago. But today, we play in different leagues. They have managed to progress to the first world. We are still where we are. The difference between what Singapore has become and what we are is leadership. And that is the place, ladies and gentlemen, we occupy today. So that you understand the importance, the sacred position you hold as a leader. Sometimes people want to ask, how do people who live in different houses, they have their own lives to pursue, but they wake up one morning on an election day and they go one after the other to 10,000, to 20,000, to 50,000 and elect you? You are not special. But it is a moment that God has given us as leaders. And therefore, we must do whatever we are doing, knowing very well that we have a heavy almost sacred responsibility to the people we lead and to the nation of Kenya. And it is not that we don't know what we should be doing. We all know what we should be doing. It is not that we have shortage of ideas. It is not that we have shortage of what we need to do. In fact, I dare say we have some of the very best ideas. We have very good manifestos all the time. And in fact, if you look at, and I keep referring to this, if you look at the manifesto of Kenya Kwanza and the manifesto of Azimio, the difference is hardly 20-30%. 70% we share what we think should be fixed in Kenya. But politics somehow has taken our country hostage, that we cannot do what we all know we should do. I have said that the difficulties that I face today as a president in Kenya are self-imposed. You know, I imposed on myself all these difficulties. Implementing the new funding model, implementing SHA, implementing housing, doing all those things. If I hadn't done any of those, I would be a very popular person, and but the country would not have moved anywhere. I am confident that if Raila had become president, he would be doing what I'm doing. Yes. He would be implementing SHA. He would be implementing housing. He would be doing reform in the education. He would be doing reform in agriculture. I know that for a fact because I have been in his school of leadership. That's the correct position. And he would be as unpopular or as he'd be having the same difficulties that I have today. But these are necessary for Kenya to change. Friends, we cannot change the country otherwise. And that is why he has the courage to stand here and tell you, let us stop the extortion. Yes. Very few leaders can stand here and tell you to stop the extortion that is going on in Parliament. I'm telling you the truth. Very few leaders. Because we like making peace with mediocrity. Oh, and they're trying to explain things that we shouldn't be explaining. Now let me ask you, friends, we are all friends here. Yeah, we are one team, or so I guess. This fellow who is called chairman of welfare in committees, what is their job? What is their job? Extortion, that's it. And that is what Prime Minister is saying. You know? You know, what is Sokohuru? What is Sokohuru? Tell me, what is, you know Sokohuru? So, let me tell you. No, no, you see, and this is the same problem that we face. This is the same problem that we face. Because, look, for example, we passed the law that we all know, friends, we all know the problems we go through with fundraisings for people who have hospital bills. All of us. In your phones, you have WhatsApp groups. So and so has this, at this condition, So and so has this condition to contribute here, contribute here. True or not true? Yes. But we don't want to fix it because it's difficult. But I must commend you. I must commend the members of National Assembly and Senate because you took the courage and passed the bills that today is beginning to solve the problem of health in Kenya. It may not happen instantly, but you, all of you, can now see that there is a possibility that we can sort out the challenge of health and health delivery in Kenya. But because we had to be bold, we had to be bold and make the necessary decisions. Today, we are dealing with the crooked hospitals and health professionals who still want to steal from SHA and to steal from our health provision. And we will go after them and we will deal with them. So, what am I saying? I am saying the following. If we have to change Kenya, my friends, we have a historic opportunity today with this broad-based government, we have a historic opportunity to unleash the full potential of Kenya. We all believe, I do, that Kenya is a very great country, this country of ours. There is absolutely no reason why Kenya is not like Singapore. We have what it takes. Let me repeat. We have what it takes to measure up to the countries in the first world. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But we are playing in the wrong league because leadership, me and you, are refusing to stand up to what this country needs. I really want to persuade you guys. I really want to persuade you friends. Yeah? This is not about William Ruto. I am here today, I will not be there tomorrow. This is not about Raila Odinga. Right? It's about the country called Kenya, where today we have the privilege to be the leaders, to be the decision makers, to decide which way Kenya. It is us who are seated here. It is us. And we have the historic opportunity to make this country what we have always wanted it to be, but it has not been. As I have said, the same way Raila Odinga can stand here and tell you we must stop the wrongs, I have also said that I am ready to pay whatever price to make this country change.